Welcome to the third update for this map. Now, there's been quite a few changes since last time, but mind you, it has been a while since the last one. So what we'll do is that we'll carry on from what I've been doing from each room. So within here, all I've done is move the shotgun in here, and I have added the machine pistol to this wall. I've also changed the layout of the kitchen, and that is mainly due to the fact of the corridor that is now behind it. I've now also made some adjustments to the car park, not huge ones, just minor ones, just on where the car positions are laid. It's just more for the layout sort of thing. And I have now finished off some of the final details for the second cafeteria area, so that is now working fine. I've also added a bubblegum machine here. Don't know if people like them or not, but I'm just going to put it there for now. And I've added some more details within here. There's a sound test video that I've done, and there's actually nice dripping water sound effects that are going on. And I haven't really touched here, I don't think. I've just added a couple of touches of details. The biggest thing since last time is the fact that I have now finished off the plane, and I've been able to get the performance about right. So this is the final product of the plane crashing through. I'm hoping that the video turns out nice, because I know what it's like when it's recording. It seems to make the video a lot darker. However, this is the final product of it, and it does look pretty sweet. We do have monkey bomb grenades here which you can purchase. And there is, well, you can't see it just now, but there is marathon here, which you will be able to purchase. Zombies will be able to spawn and hop over these bits of rock here. We've got the nice police car effects with their lights. I think they were there last time. And we can go to the first floor of each. We're not going to go to the second. I've blocked those off. It's more for gameplay purposes. So on our second floor, well, on our first floor here, not much has changed. We've still got our box here. We can have a nice look across the interior garden. The zombie spawns now work. I believe we had the traffic cones last time. And across on the other side, which is now all complete, we've got some more traffic cones. This door is, well, not accessible. However, we do have a lovely fire going on, and then we do have a zombie spawn within here. Now this section's all brand new, and it seems to be working okay gameplay wise. So on the left here we've got one of the art rooms, which I've found is quite handy to evacuate into, because you can buy this machine gun off the wall here, or assault rifle, and you can do a little train around here. It's not ideal to do it for long. It's just more a case of if you get cornered and you're forced to come down here, it's not a bad idea to pick up that gun and then have a run around here. It works surprisingly well. We've got double tap down here in one of the breakout rooms, and then for the other two we do have a box here. And this other one, what you can essentially do, I've yet to test this, though this is the theory of it. You can have one person in this room here and another person in this room, and you could essentially do a crossfire against the zombies, and with it being glass you can shoot through it as well. So it's one strategy that people can use. Now I'm just going to quickly go to the bottom of this corridor here, and essentially this is where you can come down the main hall, up this set of stairs, or you can decide to come through the first floor or across this walkway. And you can run down here. There's a zombie spawn here in one of the rooms. There's this second staircase, and then you've got the breakout rooms on the right. You have another room here where zombies spawn in. And on the right we do have this staircase where you've got the option to go downstairs or upstairs. Downstairs isn't complete, so let's head upstairs for now. And this gives you a nice view outside when it's finished. You can come down here, and there's a PPSH on the wall. Now these two corridors have been blocked off, and as I say, it's more for the gameplay design of it, and this forces you to come back down to this area here. Now, as you saw before, there was the first staircase down here, which if you go up here, we have our nuclear waste, well, our nuclear storage facility, which seems to have gone wrong and now zombies are trying to come out of here. We have sort of a physics class, or chemistry, depending how it's going to be used. And this is exactly why I blew the electrics to the entire department once. Good fun. And we're going to have Juggernog here, and it is here, you just can't see it because it's game view. And as we come down this corridor again, we've got this lovely bubbly bath here with our zombie friend in it, and there is audio for those bubbles. There's this kind of breakout room here, and with a box. This also gives you quite a nice view outside, where you can see the glorious flames across the other side of the building. Now, it's difficult making a square building feel not like a square map, and that's why I have got all this here, so it's not as boring. So we've got the MP40 up here as well, so if you get cornered then there is something, but you wouldn't want to rely on that the entire game because you'll get overrun quite easily. So we've got another sort of hellfire burning room, and again this is probably another reason why, because zombies can spawn really close and instead of just coming down that corridor. And this is it for this floor and this one. The last area that I've been working on this side of the building down here, and you can clearly see that this isn't being worked on just yet. I do have a cooking class that's in it's in early development at the moment. I've still to work on the lighting and things, but it's looking fairly okay. I forgot that I put this guy in. It's supposed to be sort of like he was killed and then he got dragged across here, and then his brain was taken out and ready for the pot. Well, that's my story of it anyway. It could be, anyone can take it to be what it is. And we got peppers. So that is all we have from this side of the building so far. Still got the ground floor to work on. The rest of it seems nearly finished to me in any case. The next section I have been working on since is I have got to fix that. I've just spotted that. Oh, that's another thing. Up here I've added another spawn in. Just means it's a bit better for the gameplay. Now, I did have a slight start on the gym department, and this is where we come down. So you go down here. This is going to be a spawn point for the zombies. You'll be able to come down this corridor, and I'm not going to go right down the end just yet. A couple of fountains. This is going to be like a workout room. I've not put I've only got sort of like the room dimensions out. I've not got all the equipment and how it's going to work just yet. There's this view of the reception area. This gives you a nice view across the way. The zombies can take a shortcut to hop over those sandbags and then hop over these ones, just so that rather than making an extra spawn point, I don't see much point in doing that because they'll still spawn in the main area in any case. There's going to be another window here where zombies will be spawning in, and then finally we come to the gym hall, which is the last thing I've been working on recently. We're going to have quite a few spawn areas, and the reason for this is to try and prevent people from training a lot, and it's hard to try and make it in a way that's like a gym hall but also making it hard to train. This whole curtain opens up, so once you're through here, again you're going to have more windows. This one, I still yet to plan what I'm doing with it, but this will be blocked off to players. Zombies will be coming in it. I don't know whether I'm going to do like a wall hop over like I've done with the sandbags over here, or whether I'm just going to make it a window. So this area, I really like the roof. This will have a storage cupboard here, and this is going to have another box. So many boxes on this map. And this will to an extent be a risk reward, because with all this open space and with all those close spawns, you don't want to spend long in here at all, because you want to get your weapon and you want to get back out there as soon as you can. I'm not going to be putting any viable weapons on the walls in here or down this corridor, and the whole point of that is, again, I'm wanting to discourage training as much as possible. And in fact, I've got a little music box here that's going to be playing some music, and you might like it at first, but the whole idea is to try and pretty much discourage you, but not breaking the gameplay while doing it. I've never tried anything like this, so I'll see how it goes. I'll be taking feedback on release in any case. So the last thing essentially is the car park, which it's the same one that's been following down here, and it's about trying to get it looking right, because you'll be able to, when you're peeking out the windows, you'll be able to sort of see it. And so far so good, it's looking pretty neat. And even the exterior of the building, even though you're not going to be seeing all of it, you will, because of the number of windows and viewpoints, for instance like the library, you will be able to see over this entire area. And then again, from the stairwell at the bottom you can see, and even from the top here. So to an extent, even though interior is where the main focus is, I'm still having to focus on exterior looks as well. They're not my main focus point, because obviously the playable area comes first, and that's where I've been putting most of my attention to detail. Hence all these basketball hoops and the main main support beams and things like that, the lights, all that good stuff. So it's a case of making sure the gameplay area is sorted. I mean, obviously I've got the main corridors to sort out yet, but I've been mainly getting the sizes corrected first of all, and then working on each specific area, and then carrying on from that. Once I've got the PE department done, I'll probably focus back on the other side of the building and get the ground floor sorted, and then I'll finish up with the exterior design for this whole area, which won't take long at all. The whole plan is to have sort of the roads coming down here and doing like a U-turn, like a large U-turn with a massive pond in the centre. That's what the aim is, and then having maybe like a grass football pitch or something like that over in. And then this housing estate, I might just stretch it across the back here, maybe put a few trees behind, and then that should cover it. After I've got all that sorted, that's when I'll be focusing on this underground bunker with whatever material I have left over, because at the moment, I will show you here, the 2D map is getting rather laggy. So yeah, that's causing a little bit of concern for me, because the bunker I was planning on having possibly 3, maybe 4 layers deep, and as you can see I've got well, this is where the first floor was going to start over here, so it will be interesting to see how far I get with it. Well, that's the plan anyway. Whether I get there or not, that's another matter. But if I can at least finish off the whole PE department over here, if I can get the finalisation of the exterior design across here and out here, and finish off the ground floor for this line of corridor, then I'm happy, and then get that bunker sorted out. But as I say, I'm gonna have to see what this is like, because this is causing me a little bit of concern. But I mean, that might be just the 2D map, might just be fine, well, might just be a problem, and then the game itself is going to be fine, because at the end of the day I want people to be able to run this and not have their computers bursting into flames trying to run it. And I'm not saying it's over the top with detail, it's just it's fairly large, and by no means am I trying to say that I'm a brilliant mapper. Woo. It's more a case of I had problems when I was designing this plane, because I was going from about 120 FPS down to 15, which I've got that fixed now, and I've got a decent result out of it, but we can't have that happening. It's just not going to be playable like that. So at the same time, while something might be big, it needs to be practical at the same time. And that's another thing, is finding the balance between making something big and playable to having something that's actually fun as well, because if you have too much open space and nothing to fill it, then people are going to get bored and it's not going to be a very good map overall. And that's what worries me with these long corridors, and that is partially down to the reason why I have blocked off certain areas, because it would just be boring long corridors. If I can change up the gameplay, and again that's why I've got this crash site, is to break it in half, and then you've got to go and make your own way round and find a different route. So that's why in some ways it's just not like the standard building that it would normally be. It's to try and vary things up and make it sort of fun and interesting to play around. So again, things can definitely, oh yeah, that's something I added this gun here, forgot. But in any case, overall there's still a lot to do, and there can be a lot of changes before this thing releases. So again, sorry about leaving such a long time between the two updates. There's been things happening, and well, as you can see, quite a lot has been added as well. Anyway, if you've liked this, well, not even episode, if you've liked this video or like the development so far, give me a wee like. If not, thumbs down. Yeah. But feel free to leave a wee comment, and if there's anything that you like to suggest or even any feedback, I'm more than welcome to listen to it. I love feedback. Anyway, that's all from me for this particular update. I'll see you guys in the next one.